if you purchase an option, then what is that option? That will give you, the investor, the right but not the obligation to buy. That means if it will profit, you know that it will profit, then you go and exercise. Otherwise, you don't exercise at all. I will show you the market price of NSE, and I will say how these things will work. But remember, an option gives an investor the right but not the obligation to buy. You will not be compelled to buy, because this is optional to one party. This is optional to the investor. Okay, so you are purchasing the option, you are purchasing the right, and you are not obliged to exercise it. There are some segments in the market where they do short term investments. Okay,
Okay, sir.
so I'm typical talking about the short term ones now. So when you like to invest in shares, obviously when it goes up, right? Otherwise you lose your money.
Yes, sir.
Now similarly, when you like to invest options market, it goes up or it goes down.
Whenever its price is increasing.
No, that is what I wanted to say. See, now there is power crisis in India, you know that?
No, sir.
Yeah, there is power crisis in India now. So the market is going down. I will show you. This is the price today. The closing price is by end of today, that is 15:30, 1799.91. I will show you yesterday's price here. So yesterday at 12:44 it was 18027, but now this is 1717991. The stock price is going down. I'm not saying all the stocks are contributing, because when we are talking about this data, you see currency derivative is also there. Okay, interest rate derivative is also there, commodity are there. Okay, we are not worrying, we are not worried about those. We are only doing equity. Okay, I will show you something. Okay, in class today we'll discuss about some columns, 3-4 columns if not are required. I will come here time and again so that you will get to know properly. Okay, but I want only this one now. Nifty 17991.95. This is the price today. So if you don't want to use your mind, here also we have to use your mind, but not that way. Okay, when you are investing in share market, you need a lot of information or technical analysis. And, it will take a lot of time in the morning, evening, night, whenever possible. You need to see the news, what is happening here and there. But in options market, either it will go up or it will go down. It doesn't matter whether it's going up or it's going down, you will make a profit. Okay, how you can make a profit if it goes down? Now here also people, they made profit. 17999 today's price, it was 1800 something. Okay, 18027. We are now talking about the whole Nifty index. Okay, we are talking about, if you want to invest individually you can do. Okay, if you know that suppose some coal company, so because there is power crisis, it's raining everywhere, and there are a lot of problems. Coal India, okay, if you say, if you invest here, it's going up now because government is funding so that they can do more and more. Okay, what happened during the COVID times? All the pharmaceutical companies, most time I can say, they got a lot of profit. Okay, because the demand was there. Now coal India, it has a lot of demand. Okay, so it will go up, I expect this. So if you go for this one, because it's going up, you can go for call option, right? Because if the stock price is going up, if you invest in a call option, it will benefit you. However, if you go to suppose this one, okay, any power company, they are producing power using coal. If you invest there, it will go down now because they are not able to, supply now. There is a problem. Okay, but if you don't want to think overall, there are so many sectors. Okay, somewhere it will go up, somewhere it will go down. What you can do is, you just invest in the whole index. Okay, whole Nifty. Whole Nifty, if you see the price, Either it will go up or it will go down. That's all. Intraday, if you do within one day, morning, evening, you will get using mobile apps. You will be able to know. It's very easy. Okay, but we'll go to that later. If the stock price will go up, you expect that the stock price will go up, then you have to purchase a call option. Suppose the price is 40 now, and you think that it will go to 60, and if you go for an options contract for 45, then you will make a profit. If it goes to 90, you will make a profit. If it goes to 100, it will make a profit. You don't know. Infinite options are there. Okay, your liability is less as compared to whatever you can expect. Your future benefit is much more. It's unlimited, I can say. I will show you one graph. Your future profit is unlimited. However, your future loss is very less. So, if your stock price is going high, or the index wherever you invested, if it's going high, it's good. Okay. If it will go low, if there is a lot of fluctuation in the market, okay, the volatility is very high, it's good for you. Because what will happen, suppose there is a 20% volatility in the market or 30% per time period. Either it will, from 40, it will go to 30% more, or it will go to 30% less. So what will happen if it goes to 30% more, then you will have a lot of profit. What if it goes 30% less, then you will lose only your option money. Okay, so that is the profit. So if the stock price is going up, then you will go for a call option. Okay, if it's going down, see downtrend here, you have to purchase a put option. Now, and as an individual, I am saying, if you are an individual, okay, you want to purchase the option, either call option or put option. If you think that the market is going down, you have to invest in put option. The NSE website I showed you, there now it went down at least since yesterday to today, and I think since last 2 days it's going down, not due to the factor I said, but due to various factors. The trend is now it's coming down little bit. Okay, the fluctuation is not very high. I don't think you will make a lot of profit using put option and call option presently, because there is not a lot of variation. You need a lot of variation. The volatility should be high. We'll go to those analysis later. Just remember now, if it's going down, you have to purchase an option, put option. If it will go up, you think that it will go up, you don't know, you have to purchase a call option. So I'm talking about put option and call option, buying. In both the cases, I'm talking about buying a put option and call option. So a put option gives the right. That means if you buy, that will give you the right. If you sell, it will not give you the right. The opposite party is the selling party. Okay. If you ask me, then what the sellers are doing? I mean, if you see long term, the sellers are making more profit. I will tell you why. You need a lot of money for that. Okay. If you don't have money, you can be a seller. That is not the only case. I will show you something. Now, remember, seller party, they are opposite. Suppose you will buy from someone, they will sell you the option and they will take some money from you. Now, there are two types here, American and European. So it's not that American options are available in America. It has nothing to do with the geographical position. So these are two contracts, that's all. Historically, they are named like this. We have American option, you can exercise at any point, and you have a European option, you can exercise only at expiration. Remember, when I say exercising, you are exercising it, you are terminating it, you are not selling. Selling is allowed in European call option also. That's what we are finding. The price of the option, when I say the selling price. Okay. So if you want to exercise it, then I will show you the like what is the exercise price and all that. Practically I will show you, but remember now, European options you can exercise only at expiration. Okay, but American anytime. Now we have four types. You can buy a call option, you can buy a put option. I just showed you. The other part is they can sell a call option, they can put a call option. So you can enter four positions. Once you have an account, you want to purchase a call option, it's fine. You want to purchase a put option, it's fine. If you want to sell a call option also, then also it's fine. You can sell a call option. You can sell a put option also. So you have 4 positions available. Normally, if you are a starter, you should go with the first 2 according to whether it will go up or down. Now remember, these terms sometimes they put in trouble. Long position and short position. Why we say long and short position? Because whenever a contract is struck between 2 parties, what happens is, suppose this is time 0 and this is for 1 year, and according to this kind of a contract, you have to pay some amount of money. You have to pay some amount of money, that is K. If you purchase a call option, if you buy a call option, what will happen is you have to pay K, the strike price, and you will get the share. Okay, if you don't want to get it, you will get that price. It's worth that price. If I ignore the bid upper spread, okay. So if ST is greater than K, it's good. In the contract, K will be written here. Okay, K is written. That means you have to, as a buyer of the call option, you have to pay K. You will get ST. If ST is greater than K, you will make a profit. If ST is less than K, then you will not exercise. Okay. So when we say long position, when you get shares, for the shares, instead of purchasing from the market, you will purchase from the seller. Okay, again practically, I mean, though we will study this way, practically it's not that you have to exercise with this guy only. Okay, so buyer and seller, you can sell whoever is available to, I mean, buy it, you can sell to them. Okay, you can exercise with them. That will come later, but yeah, we'll study this way only. So what will happen for this one time period, suppose 1 year, this share is with this party. Okay, only at time 1 the share will come to you. So if you see here, this share is there with you now. Okay, you have the share now, but here you entered any kind of contract, future contract or options contract. You said that you will pay K money and you will take share from this guy. Okay, now you consider this share, this guy, the seller of the option or future, whatever you say, the seller, this party, I mean, the seller will become, I mean, seller will have a short position, and this guy buyer will have a long position. Remember, long position here means you are the buyer, that's all. If you are the buyer, you have the long position, because after some time period, when I say 1 year, after 1 year, throughout life, you will have this one, and this guy will keep this, the seller will keep only for this time. If he owns this share now, okay, only for 1 year, but this one he will give you. If you talk about property, suppose the seller has a property and he will go for a contract with you to sell it after 1 year with a specified price, then what will happen? The property will be there for infinite period of time after 1 year, starting from 2023 or 2022, but for 1 year it will be there with the seller. So for a short time period, it will be there with the seller. So that's why we say short party, short position, long position. Okay. And here there is no more position. Here 100%, 0%. Okay. You will own it, right? You will have it. So 100% yours. The house will be yours, 100% yours. But during this contract time period, then only you have a position. Not after this. After this, it's yours fully, 100%. But up to this, okay, their positions during the tenure, you can say long position and short position. Remember, you have a long position means you want to buy a call option. If you buy a call option, that means you entered a long position. Okay, long position means buying, short position means selling. Now what are the payoffs? It will depend on the stock price, and according to the notation here we write 0 NT, but you can take T. T could be 0, 1, 2, whatever, and typically T is less than T. These are the notations we'll use. And if this is the time you purchase one call option at this time, it will depend on the underlying. The underlying is share price now, share in the market. So now share price is ST, this is the notation, and here share price will be ST, and the strike price is K here. Okay, you entered a forward contract to purchase this stock, okay, at K, irrespective of the market price. Notation we give ST. If ST is greater than K, you will make a profit because you are exchanging this one with ST. Your worth value will be ST. Then what will happen? You have to exercise it. Okay, so for call option, this is your payoff. Payoff will be maximum of ST minus K. Payoff will be maximum ST minus K 0. If ST is greater than K, then you exercise. If ST is less than K, you don't exercise, then your payoff will be 0. You won't get anything. But here, if you exercise, you will get a profit because you exchanged the stock with the agreed price K. Now, if you purchase instead a put option, here, put option means what will happen? Suppose this option is there with you. Now, what will happen here? You will, now here what happens is, in case of call options, you are getting the share, you are purchasing the share from the other party. In case of put option, you have to sell it. Okay, you have to sell it. That means what will happen is, when you purchase it, you are giving K. Now when you sell it, you are receiving K. Okay, you will receive K, and you have to own share. Now you purchase it from the market and you sell it to the other party. Okay, if you sell it to this party, then what will happen? You have to purchase the stock. It will cost you ST, and you get K from this guy, and you have to exchange. You have to give ST. Then what will happen? If K is greater than ST, then you will make a profit K minus ST. If K is less than ST, you will not exercise the put option. So put option means, in future you want to sell it. That is put option. Again, remember, selling, buying, when I say selling, buying, initially, that seller is different. That is seller of the options contract. Now I am talking about selling the share. There is a difference. There will be question in your mind also. Later we'll go to those things. Now remember, you want to sell it now. Okay, you will forcibly sell it. Okay, if it will profit you, then you will sell it and you will make a profit. Okay, and K minus ST will be the profit because you own this one, the share now. You own the share now. The amount is ST now according to the notation, but you will get K for that. If K is greater than ST, you will make a profit. Otherwise, you don't exercise the contract, your payoff will be 0. That is what you need to remember. And we write FT here because this is a function of the stock price. The underlying is the stock. It will depend on the stock price. That is why it's a function of ST. Now, for call options, out of the money means ST less than K. In the money, ST greater than K anytime. And at the money, ST is equal to K. I will discuss about this. Just remember the terminology here. Now suppose you are a buyer. Buyer of what? It could be call option or put option, whatever. You are buying the option. You are not buying the share. So if you want to buy the option, okay, if you want to buy the option, call option or put option, so that you will have the option with you, you have to pay some amount. Okay, like nothing will come free. So you have to pay some amount. That amount is called the premium. The premium is what you will pay as a buyer of call option or put option. As a seller of call option or put option, the seller will give the right. What right? The right that the buyer will be able to exercise the contract later. In the later point in time, the buyer will be able to exercise the contract. That right the seller will give. Okay, and this is a contract. This is a legal contract. So buyer of put option and call option, they will give the right, and for that they will give the premium. That premium is the price, you can say, the value. Again some terminology there, will go to that later. Now I don't know at this point of time whether you will be able to follow it or not. Yeah, we'll come back to this one. The diagrams are very important. Now see here, the contract initiated here. This is the time when contract initiated, and this is expiry. If you see here in the money, so here what will happen? Here this is the premium price the buyer of the call option must have paid. Okay, this is the premium. Let me write P. We write PT, CT, but we'll go to that later. CT for call option. Suppose, let me write here call option. Okay, call option. Then we'll write CT. Okay, CT is the price. Maybe eraser also I can write properly. This is the price. Okay, suppose you paid 5, 7, whatever you must have paid. This is the price you paid here. This is called time value. Because there is a lot of variation in the market, okay, you have time that due to that variation, either the stock price will go up or down. It doesn't matter. For the option buyer party, it doesn't matter whether the stock price will go up or down, because if the stock price goes down, then you will not exercise. Okay, so that kind of downside risk is there for you. But if the stock price will go up, you have infinite possibilities. It might go up by 10%, 20%, 30%, 40%, all those. So you have unlimited potential. If the stock price goes down, then you will not exercise. So that option you have now, you like that there should be some fluctuation. The more fluctuation, the better it is for you. Because in some cases, if it goes down, you will not mind. You lose only this price, okay, whatever you must have spent, CT, your option, your premium price. Now what will happen? Suppose the stock price goes up. Remember, this is K, strike price. If the stock price goes up, okay, suppose I will fix K at 100. K is 100. And the stock price is, suppose I paid 5 to take this, and the stock price is now presently at time 1, it's 110. Then at this time, I'm saying at this time, although I'll not be able to exercise, because whatever will develop here will develop for European call options. Okay, the expiry date is to the right here. I'll not be able to exercise the contract. But suppose if I'm allowed to exercise, because I sell it, right, I can sell it to some other party who will be the buyer. I don't want to be the buyer, I can sell it. So if I'm allowed to exercise, okay, what profit I can get? See, this is the profit I can get. When practically also, if you want, you can exit the market taking this profit now. So now this is called the intrinsic value. Remember, intrinsic value, mathematically I will do later. Remember, now if you consider you are in a better position as compared to this, okay, here. Now you can make this profit, you can exit the market. Here this is the time, not this. This is called the time value. I'm not going to time value now. I'm talking about the intrinsic value. Now here at this time, now you see K is fixed 100. Now if you want to sell it, you will make a profit. Okay, so ST minus K. Here also you have a profit, 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 even here also you have a profit. You have a profit, you have a profit. Okay, you should exercise. You are not able to allowed to exercise, but given a chance you would like to exercise. Even if you can't exercise now, you can sell it in the market. But now here this is out of money. In the money means what? If you sell it or exercise it, you are not allowed to exercise. That's another thing. If you are allowed to exercise, you will make a profit. Okay, here you will make a profit, here you will make profit, here you will make profit, and finally the stock price movement, it's like this. Okay, up down that way, and finally if in reality it goes to ST, you will make this much profit. Okay, if you exercise here, if you exercise here, this much is the profit. Now if you see, this part is there, this part is there, both parts. See, the time value slowly it will decay, and the time value from starting from here it will go to 0. There is no time value here. So what is the profit you make? That is called intrinsic value. Okay, the intrinsic value, the profit, the payoff, the profit here is, let me write here, the payoff is the intrinsic value. Okay, payoff is maximum ST minus K 0. In this case it's ST minus K, sometimes it will be 0. This is max, I can write. This payoff is called intrinsic value. Here also you can find intrinsic value, but here what will be intrinsic value? Here it will be whatever time. Suppose your time is 3 here, S3 minus K 0 max, because you will exercise only when it will profit you, otherwise not. So max here at every point you can find. So we write intrinsic value is max ST. This T could be capital T. This is the expiry time. Okay, ST. T could be 0. ST minus K 0. This is called intrinsic value. Okay, so if you see what is in intrinsic value here, this. What is intrinsic value here? This. What is intrinsic value here? This. Anu, I have a question to you. What is intrinsic value here at time 2? See S2 in yellow. If you see S2, the stock price in yellow, what is the intrinsic value?
This is 0.
Yes, 0. Because it will not profit, you will not exercise. That way
Yes.
it will be 0. It's not negative. Okay. So intrinsic value will be 0 or positive. And the payoff is the intrinsic value at the end. There is no time variation. Okay. You don't buy time. You don't get time so that you will watch for the variance in the market. So time value is 0. See, your premium is here fully time value. Your premium is whatever you must have paid, that is fully time value. There is no intrinsic value here. There is no intrinsic value here. When there will be up and down in the market, intrinsic value will start. Okay, it's 0 or positive, and finally it will be identified whether the intrinsic value is 0 or not, and that will be your final payoff. But the time value will decay with time, and it will be 0 at the expiry date. Okay, through diagram you try to understand, and you can go through the text given in your book. This will be easier to understand. Okay, now I'll take you there. We'll come back here. If you want, if you can understand, no, I'll go there. Oh, sorry, I stopped sharing. So I have to close this one. we'll go here. Now try to understand practically. See, the price is now this, okay? The price is now, and what is the expiry date? 14th October. Today is 12th October. We have 2 days, okay? 2 days. This is your bid price, bid quantity, bid price. We will see bid price. This is offer price, okay? 3120, 3179. There is a little bit difference. The price is, the last traded price is 3151. But see, we'll do one thing. This is gray area. We'll go to white area. See here. See here. See, again, you can divide this into 4 parts. This side is the put part. I'm not going to put. I'm going to call now. And I will keep here. See, this is the gray part. This is the white part. If you see here, see the price available. Now, if you purchase with the strike price 18,000, okay? 18,000 strike price. What is the present price? 17,991, okay? Strike price, there are so many strike price. 17,991, you have 2 days, okay? 13th and 14th. So whatever 5-6 hours you have, 2 days you will have, okay? 2 days, you have complete 2 days. That is the time to expiry. That also will use capital T minus small t. Small t is the present time. Present time means the opening time stock market tomorrow. The end time is 3:30 on 14th October, okay? Small t and capital T. Small t is the present time and capital T will be the end time. So if you purchase tomorrow morning, you will have 2 days time. That is called capital T minus small t. That is 2 days here. You have 2 days time, okay? Hours also you can count if you want. What you have, what is the price now? Present price, that is S0, you can say. S0 is the present price, stock price. ST will say using our notation. S small t is 17.991.95. What is K here? K you have to decide, okay? K you have to decide. Suppose I want to purchase, first of all, see, if I spend 3151 per option, okay? For call option I have to pay 3,000. Here 3,000 is there, exact 3,000. If I go for a strike price 14,900, okay, now it's 17,991. I have to pay a lot, okay? I have to pay a lot because it's almost sure that I will make a profit. It's almost 100% I can say sure that I will make a profit for this, because if it comes down, it will go to, I mean, if you see last 1 month, 2 month variation, it will go to sorry, it will go to 16,000, 16,500, 17,500, okay? 14,000 it will not go. So how much my profit? Suppose I will spend 3,000. I have to purchase how many? Minimum 75 from Nifty. I can't purchase one, okay? In a lot I have to purchase multiple of 75. So 75 into 3, that is whatever amount, that amount I have to pay 3,000. 75 times I have to pay. That much I have to pay now for the option, to take that option. I will get a profit for sure. But suppose the strike price now the strike price is 14,900, but it will go up to 17,000. Suppose it's going down, it will be 17,000. So now 14,900, that is the strike price. So what will happen is, when I will exercise, I have to pay 14,900, okay? But I will get the share worth. Suppose considering that it will go to 17,000, it will come down to 17,000, although I purchase call options. Then what will happen? So I will get 17,000 worth value, giving 14,900, okay? So I will make a profit 17,000 to 14,900, okay? So that is 2,100, but I spend 3,000 per call option. So how it will benefit me if it comes down? I will get some amount, but it will not benefit, right? I am spending 300 per option, but my profit will be 17,000. If it comes down to 17,000, the strike price is, I have to pay this money, right? 14,900 per share. Okay, per call option I have to pay 14,900, and per call option, if it goes to 17,000, I will get one share, and that will that means that over 17,000 share I will get per option. So that exchange will take place for sure. 17,000 I will get, and I will give 14,900. So I will get 2,000 some profit here. Okay, payoff will be positive. That's fine. I will exercise. That's fine. But what is that I am spending now? 3,000. It's a lot of money. I mean, even it's more than the amount I will get. Okay. So you see how many people purchasing these? The open interest. OI means open interest. One person showing interest. Okay. Many are not showing interest. Now go here. So 7999, you go to the 7991, 999. However, if it goes up to 19,000, 18,000, you will make a lot of profit. Okay. Now see open interest. So high here. If you see open interest here, 87,000. It was around 1 lakh something. Now 87,346, they are showing interest for 18,000, because 18,000 is close. How many are showing interest for this one? 17,950. So many people, 18,000, 20,000, around this. Okay, around this. But you should not purchase this one. It will cost you only 1 rupee. Okay, 1.20. Suppose I have less money, 1 rupee. Okay, I will spend only 1 rupee instead of 3,000. I mean 75 rupees I need to spend here, 75. Okay, but what is the strike price? 18,800. So do you think market will go to 18,000? Even if it goes up, because we are trading on the whole index. So if there are some 1 or 2 sectors they are going down, there will be other sectors they will go up, right? So 18, it might go up from 79991 to 18,000 or 18,200. However, if it goes to 18,800, okay, then what will happen? Then what will happen? You will get nothing. But if the 1799, whatever price now, 17, around 18,000, that will go to 20,000. Okay, suppose at the end of 14th October, the stock price goes to 20,000. Okay, see now what is the price? Now the price is 17,991. Suppose it's 18,000, and I spent only 1 rupee. I suppose I will spend only 1 rupee here. Which one? Here, 1. Okay, I will spend 1, and strike price is 18,800. Okay, suppose the stock goes to 20,000, then what will happen? I will have to pay K, that is 18,800, that is the strike price, and I will get 20,000 worth. That means 1,200 per option I will get profit, 1,200. So 75 minimum. So 75 minimum means I can take multiple of 75, 750 also I can take. So per 75 multiplied by 1,200, that amount I will get spending only 75 rupees. See how much profit? My profit is unlimited. But these are the guys, they lose actually. And these are the places from where the sellers get profit, seller of the option contract. But see, because it's highly unlikely that the situation will come. You see last 6 months, where it was in last 6 months. I will send you one website where you can, do a lot of analysis. Okay, worldwide they are doing. There are so many. I'll give you the best one. But here you see the one price is, okay, suppose I think I don't have money. Okay, let's put it's like a lottery, 1 rupee 75. Like me, there are thousands in India, or wherever people are investing, there are lakhs of people, they will invest on this. Okay, because see now open interest 31,359. According to me, these are the fools. Okay, maybe they don't know, or maybe they think that 75 is very less. Okay, let's spend 75 and wait. Maybe you never know, jackpot will come. These are the people, they are waiting for that. These are the people, they spend 120, 29 in 99.9% of the case. I think 99% of the cases, these will go west. Okay, these will go to the seller party. Okay, they will make one profit. One means suppose somebody spent 1,000. Okay, one person spent 1,750 rupees. Okay, purchase 750 options. So all that money will go to the seller. Okay, so I would like to sell these kind. Okay, but for seller I need a lot of deposit in my account. See, if I want to be a party, I want to take a position, I would like to be a seller, not a buyer. See, seller here, you can be a seller here. Suppose I will sell it. Okay, this 1 rupee I will get now 75, okay, from one person. What will happen? Can you imagine? Suppose it goes to 20,000, how much money I need? The probability is less. Okay, so you can be a seller if you have a lot of money. If you have a lot of money, then you can be seller. Seller is quite profitable. Now, normally, if you want to trade, you should be around here. Okay, now it's around 8,000. In 2 days, the variation will be, according to me, it should not go beyond 100, 1800, 150, 150. It goes up. You can see the last 1 month history, or maybe 17,900. So people are showing a lot of open interest. OI means open interest is here. You see 87,000, 28,000, 62,000, 29,000. And also it's not that these people will stay till the expiry date. They can sell up to 2 or 3 hours tomorrow also. They will see these things will change. Okay, with time these things will change also, because they might not wait till expiry. They might sell it. So that's why we want to know the selling price. Okay, selling price of the option. The premium, that amount you have to pay is this, according to the last trade price. Okay, this much. You will not get, if you want to purchase, you might not get at 81. Okay, because you see the bid quantity little bit around this, whatever. Suppose its LTP is 81. If you see here, it's exactly 81, but it's 81.50. Ask price, bid. What is bid price actually? Bid price means, in Hindi we say boli lagao, like that, right? So that means you have to go. Suppose someone is doing some kind of an auction. Okay, you go and you say that this is the price I can give. Okay, there are so many people, they will go for some price. What is the maximum price? What is the maximum price I can give for a second-hand product? Suppose for whatever I want to purchase from the market. Okay, I want to take it. The maximum price is the bid price, you can say. I'm prepared to pay to purchase the commodity or the stock. What is the ask price? This is the maximum price. And the other party, they're also saying, see, minimum this much we want, then only we will go for some kind of trade, otherwise not. We are not interested in those now. So remember, if you increase the strike price, what will happen? If you decrease the strike price, what will happen? All these things we'll discuss. We have analysis. Okay, that will, I mean, this chapter will take 2 more classes. Now things will be clearer once you see all this, and you will be able to know. See, you have to divide into 4 parts. Okay, the left side call option, the right side put option, the opposite you see. Now if you see here, the price is like 1 or 1.85. This side you see the price, it's more, 295 and all that. You go here, you see the prices are less here. Okay, and they work opposite actually. But let's not go to the right side. In the left side, you divide into 2 parts, the gray area and the white area, background I'm saying. So this white area, you can say, in the money. In the money means what? Suppose now I have 1 and I want to exercise it. Okay, then what will happen? What is the price now? 17,999. Okay, that is the stock. That amount I will get, and I have to pay, this is the strike price. Okay, 18,000. So I have to pay 18,000. I have to get 17,999. So I will make a loss here. What is my intrinsic value? Intrinsic value is 0. My intrinsic value is 0, because I will not like to exercise. See, if you see this one, you go here, see this diagram. Okay, what I am saying is here, this one, suppose this one is there. Okay, then what will happen? Intrinsic value will be 0. This is in the money, so this is intrinsic value is not 0. At time to intrinsic value is 0, because it's out of the money. In the money means what? You will make a profit if you exercise it. Now go here. Now suppose you will exercise now, okay, 18050. If you exercise at this price, you will make a profit. If you exercise at this price now, because present stock price is what you will get. Present stock price is what you will get, and you have to pay the strike price 18050. So you will make a profit or loss now. If you exchange with 799, you will make a loss actually, not a profit. Okay. So if you see the points around, suppose 17900. 17900 means now the price, I will show you like this. Now the price is 17991. Okay. Now here, if you exchange it 17900, then what will happen? Less amount you will give, more amount you will get. So you are in the money here. You are out of the money here. It's not exact. If you see why up to 18,000, I will not be able to answer now. Okay, you think that it's up to 18,000 because it's not exact. Okay, a lot of other things are there. You think that this is 18,000, then you can do analysis. Okay, so see the gray area, 18,000. So 18,050 means what? You have to give this price, strike price, you will get worth 18,000. So you will make a loss, right? So presently, immediately, instant, at this instant, if you exchange, you will have a loss of 50 here, 100 here, 150 here. Supposing that the price is 18,000. Here, practically it's 7991. Okay? Because whenever you want, don't think that there will be someone to buy. Okay? That's why there is a gap between bid and the ask price. Right, you will do through some kind of brokerage. Okay, normally in India, Zerodha is the famous one, and angel broking is there. Also, we have Upstock is there. Okay, many people they are doing. So if you do through Zerodha, okay, they will also take some money from you, commission. According to this one, I am saying the white area. This is where you are not making profit. That's why the prices, the option prices are less. Immediately if you exchange, immediately if you exercise, you will not get the profit in the white area, below area. But in this area, you will make a profit, immediate. Suppose here the strike price is 14,850. Okay, you purchase already one. Now after 5 minutes, you want to 3,000 suppose. You want to exchange it, you want to pay 14,900, okay, and you will get 17,999, 17,991, okay. So you will make a profit, right? So intrinsic value, if you see, that will be the difference between ST and K. Condition that it's positive. If it's negative, you have to take 0. That is intrinsic value, okay. So this gray area, according to this site, is in the money, and this area is out of the money, the white. Okay, now maybe you think that in future it will be in the money and you invest this 1 rupee. Okay, and it happened also. It's not that it will not happen, it happened before. It might happen. I would like to spend 75. What will happen? 75, it will go maybe in 9 cases. In 1 case I will get it, right? But why to go to, these are the amount, small amount the sellers will get. Okay, but we are not going to that, this much.